Alright y'all, so today I'm going to be showing how to put in this Waterdrop 800 gallon per day reverse osmosis machine. It does go underneath the cabinet there, so I do want to point a couple of things out before I get going. First of all, I got to take this filter out, but you do have to drill either through your sink or through the countertop. So something I suggest, put down some old shirts, some old towels or whatnot to collect either the metal shavings or the dust. Also another thing, you got to make sure you've got a power supply. This does have to have power to run. This is an older house, and fortunately for me it did have power underneath, so I don't have to mess with that. Alright, so the first thing, I'm going to get rid of the old filter. I'm going to move some of the plants, and I'm going to get ready to drill. I was considering putting it over there where the sprayer is, but my wife likes that, so I'm going to put it over here. You do have to drill a hole through stainless, and you got to go slow, and you got to be careful. They do give you this sticker. That's a 1-inch hole that you can set so you get yourself aligned. I am going to kind of measure that out because I do want this to actually look pretty good. Alright, I got my sticker centered where I want it. I got one of these rigid uni bits that I'm going to use. Whenever you're drilling through stainless, you want to go low and slow, and you want to lubricate often. I like to use 3-in-1 oil to lubricate, and not only does it lubricate, it cools and it pushes the chips out of the way, but you got to go slow. If you see smoke, you're going to get it too hot, you're going to mess up your bit, and it's going to be hard to drill through. Now that the hole is done, you're going to install the faucet assembly, and what you got to do with that is take the wires and the water line, put those down through there first. Then see on the bottom of the assembly, I'm going to go underneath, I'm going to take this nut and I'm going to tighten it on here. I got to feed those wires and that water tube through here. Again, it's cramped under there, so I ain't going to be able to show you that. You can see that right there is why we put those scrap shirts down. See all those metal shavings I would have to clean up, not to mention that oil. Okay, next step, we're going to tap into the cold water supply. Make sure you turn it off. Alright, and then install the new T. Make sure that it's nice and tight. You do need 2 hands to do that. Okay, now I got to install this drain saddle on the drain pipe. It's highly recommended that you want to put it on this vertical pipe, not the horizontal pipe past the P-trap, but you want it before that on the vertical pipe. I'm going to use a 1/4-inch drill bit to drill through here, and do not go all the way through to the other side, only through one side. You can even mark your drill bit if you want with a little piece of tape to make sure you don't go too deep. Alright, now we're going to take this drain mount. You're going to put that drain line inside your 1/4-inch hole and then clamp the whole thing on. Okay, just like that. And then you got to make sure you take this blue clip right here and clip this on so this line does not pop out. Now I'm going to go underneath and I'm going to hook this UV sterilizer to the bottom of the faucet. One thing I do want to say, if you look at it, see how it says out? That is the part that you want going to your faucet assembly, and when you hook it up, see how that pops down? There's a clip that you have to put on there. One of these blue clips. Make sure you do it. I'm not going to be able to show you all how to do it, but check this out. They do give you a line cutter, so make sure you get a nice straight cut. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. See how it's got the blue clip on it? You take this piece that you cut off and stick it into the bottom of the UV sterilizer. I did also want to point out some stuff on the back of the unit, because once I get this underneath there, it might be kind of crammed and I might not be able to show you all what I'm doing, but it's very easy. On the back of the unit, it's got 2 plugs, and you can see they have different style of connectors, so you can't plug them in wrong. And then down here, this is where you're hooking your water and your drain. See how it's all marked? Input, filter, waste. These just pop out and you plug your line in there. So, you know, it's very easy to do, but again, I may not be able to show y'all exactly what I'm doing because it's cramped under there. All right, now you put the unit in. figure out where you want it to be. Make sure it is not touching anything. Now it can go closer to the wall here. I just have it out so that I can demonstrate it a little bit better. But get it set wherever you want and then plug in all those lines. They're all labeled. Again, I won't be able to show you that part because it's so tight back in there. Okay, now before you plug it in, take your filters, pull these all out and get the plastic off of the filters and then lock them in place. Okay, make sure you turn the water on first. Plug it in. Okay, now we're going to pop this nozzle on. Pull this off. It'll be doing that. That means it's going through an automatic flush cycle. It says it takes about 5 minutes. Now the flushing cycle is complete. It says to turn it on. Going to let the air out and then you got to let it run for 30 minutes to purge. Okay, I will go through and tidy this all up. I'm still not 100% sure if we're going to put it over there or over here and push it back a little bit. It's kind of all up to my wife what she wants to do. 30 minutes later, it's time to test it out and see how the water is. That's some good water, y'all.